Yo, greetings and welcome. Pod Stew number 8. My name's Jeff. We're going to go over some highlights from podcasts last week, things I watched, got into. There seemed to be an overarching theme of not taking yourself too seriously. And I think we all need to hear that sometimes. And one thing I want to emphasize is that these are just clips. They're all taken out of context from longer 1-hour shows, 2-hour shows. So I urge you to check out the full episodes if you find anything interesting in here. And also keep in mind that, you know, the small time that we do get with these comedians, that 1 hour a week or whatever, is taken out of context from their whole lives too. And I think that's best illustrated in this Tiger Belly clip here where Eric Griffin was on, and they're talking about how it's all just a show. So let's get into it.
Also, but I just want to say this, is all of it, right? The performance, when we podcast and we do live shows and stuff, right? It's a show.
Word.
Yeah.
Word.
It's just a show. People take it literally. They pick it apart, this and that. We're just trying to entertain people.
And by the way, and even on that line, in that vein, I think the problem with podcast is, you know, people think they know you because of this.
Yeah.
And you especially, Bobby, you're so vulnerable and open on these things. And then there's so much of it that is like your performance, and so much of it is like it blends together. So these fans think they know what's going on.
Yeah,
They think they know. So then, like, anything we've had, like when we have like where people think it's a beef.
Yeah.
You know,
there's no beef.
There's no beef.
Yeah, I get that. And I've personally been guilty of, you know, being a fan of these podcasts and thinking I know people. I would never like troll them or, you know, talk negative on their pages or on here for that matter. And my intention is never to gossip or, you know, instigate drama or anything like that. So, yeah, it's important. Don't take this stuff too seriously. And second, my deepest condolences to George Perez. He lost his pet poodle, Killer. If y'all have watched George Perez stories before, you know that he loves his animals. You know, you used to hear him barking in the background and stuff. And he was on with Side Dick Eddie, the homie, for episode 231 of George Perez stories, and they had a good, nice remembrance of young Killer. Rest in peace.
Hey, man, the first time I found out my dog did coke, he was walking around the house like a normal person on 2 feet. He was walking around on 2 feet smoking a cigarette and shit, wearing one of Caesar's fancy shirts and shit. Like, hey, dog, Killer, you can't outsmart him.
No.
How many times have we been like, yo, don't do coke, dog, around Killer. He'll get it.
He always finds it, dog.
Always gets
and
it.
it's like, it's not like we're fucking racking up lines for this food. It's doggy bowl or something like that. Dog, like what it is fools like me and Caesar, we both got big noses. So we're doing fucking Mountain of Keys, throwing it in there, all that. And sometimes, you know, your nose can't take all of it in, so I'll push it out. And the shit that's getting pushed out and dropping, like the fucking little pebbles, he's going over there and sniffing them.
Yeah.
And to us...
No, he's licking them and sniffing them.
And to us, it's a little green, but to him, that's like, oh, I got a 20. Fuck yeah, dog.
Damn. Yeah, rest in peace, Killer. And George Perez also came on to Uncle Joey's podcast, and I love when these two dudes get together. A couple of solid dudes, you know, been through hell and back. So yeah, he joined him on episode 86 of Uncle Joey's Joint, and here they are talking about a little sports talk.
So his girlfriend would come in on Sundays, make out with him, and spit a fucking balloon in his mouth with speed in it. And fucking Sunday I would never see him, but I'd see him Monday afternoon. He'd ask me, you want a line? And I'd say, fuck yeah, because they couldn't test you for crank either. Nah. So I'd do a line of speed with him, and I'd be losing my mind. And Monday nights we played basketball. Dog, you should have seen me. I was like Robbie fucking Benson in One on One when they got him all fucked up. I don't know if you ever seen One on One. That's an old school basketball movie, 77 with Bob Benson, whatever, that little cute little white dude. he went to college and they fucked him up and shit. But he got fucked up during a game of practice. They gave him like reefer, and he's putting the ball behind his back. That was me on the speed that night. I'm putting the ball behind my back. I was fucked up. You go up in the air, and I'm like, holy shit, I'm not going to come down. Like, that's how fucked up and fucking high I would be. And then I just stopped. I'm like, I'm not doing no more speed, no more basketball. I'm not doing that shit no more.
No more speed, no more basketball. Uncle Joey's on the up and up. Shout out to y'all. And go check out Uncle Joey's joint. He's been doing good, going strong. And speaking of methamphetamines, Chris Stefano had Bobby Lee on for episode 27 of Chrissy Chaos, hosted straight from the Slept Kingdom. And here's Bobby talking about some of his older school days.
I was in school, and I was such a bad kid that they put me in one of those cubicle with the walls. So at the desk, it had walls on it.
Yeah.
Right? So everyone had open, right?
It's like
so I was in the back of the room, right? And no one could see me. So I would literally this is when I was doing drugs. So I would literally take up my biology notebook and line up meth lines and smoke in the cracks of the...
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah. I was doing meth. But one day... And
what was the first day you did meth? What?
I was 12. So when I
But how did you get into drugs like that, though?
How'd you get into drugs like that? What the fuck?
Okay, here's another question.
What? How?
No, listen to me. Listen.
It's around.
Listen, hold on. You have this is the scenario you're in. Okay? You're doing meth, and now you find yourself in this scenario. You're in a position where you're 2 inches inside your mom with your penis, but your father is 2 inches inside you in your butt. Do you move back to get more out of your mom, but then further into your father? Or do you move forward to get away from your father, but then you're more into your mom?
Well, my dad wouldn't be, either one of them wouldn't be liking the situation, right?
Well, they say they are because everyone's doing meth out of your textbooks.
Yeah, but you've never done meth. Meth doesn't make you horny.
What does it do then?
Meth makes you just hyper, like you can't eat and you're just up and aware and you're just like, you know what I mean? Life, you know what I mean? And you can't sleep for days. You know what I mean? It's like, it's got this like kind of chemically induced, I can't even explain, it's very difficult to explain. So it's like when you would masturbate on meth, right? You'd have to masturbate and you would think fucked up things.
Like what would you like fucking?
No, like a foot and a tit and that's it. Like like a foot with a tit on it, right? And you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I'm from Florida, and I've seen that same zest for life that Bobby had on his face on a lot of citizens out here. So, man, shout out to y'all if you can do it. And, of course, take all this stuff with a grain of salt. It's all jokes. Interesting fact, I watched Pootie Tang free on YouTube the other day. And if you haven't checked that out, stop what you're doing right now and go watch Pootie Tang. It's free on YouTube, classic American cinema. And one of my favorite characters on there is JB Smoove. And he was on the newest episode of Whiskey Ginger, number 146. And there's a bit that he does towards the end about, he's a vegan now, but he talks about his deep fried turkey game. And I swear to God, it's one of the best moments I've seen in podcast history. So go check out the full episode for that. But here he is talking about one of his classic Curb lines.
Well, that's why I did last season, and we did a scene together, you and Larry in the bathroom. And I think initially I didn't even know if you were going to be in it or not. And then you were there, and you were like, well, I might as well do it. And you had one of the best lines in the scene by far. You said I might.
I'm not bragging and shit, but I had a lady give me a wedgie with my own goddamn Johnson.
Okay, are we done yet? It was insane. A girl gave me a wedgie with my own Johnson. That's how long it is. That killed me, man.
That's a killer.
That was
That's
a killer. It was an absolute
you know what?
Sniper move.
You have to visualize when someone says something like that to you.
I see it.
You gotta see it. You gotta visualize it.
I see it getting yanked.
You gotta see it getting yanked. And you gotta see the guy go, hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey.
How do you...
Yeah, and Andrew's looking extra drippy. I guess they might have let him keep some of his house party wardrobe. I don't know, because he's been looking drippy on this and Bad Friends. He had this terry cloth purple joint the other week. Looking good. Lots of good insight on this episode. This is probably my favorite episode of the whole week, and talks a lot about his improv and acting. And another person that's been doing a lot of acting is Esther Povitsky, host of Trash Tuesday, and I know she directed some iCarly episodes and featured in some. And here she is on episode 25 talking about a kissing scene that she had, which I don't know if it's from iCarly or not, but yeah, kissing scene stuff.
I have to do I'm on a show where I have a love interest this year. I know.
Wait, do you have to kiss?
Yes, he kissed me. He kissed me. It was so weird. Like it was weird.
How does it feel, and how does Dave really feel?
The actor playing my love interest, he's this guy, Jason. Oh no!
Don't say Momoa.
No.
If you say Momoa, girl, I'm on set with you tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'll be whatever you need me to be.
Dang.
So his name's Jason Blair, and he's super professional. He's such a good actor. He's really tall and handsome. I'm not really into him, right? Like I like him. He's super nice. He's super good looking. Like I love working with him, but he's not like a guy that I'm like, into. But then when we did the scene and he kissed me so confidently, I was like, ah!
What's a confident kiss feel like?
Whenever I have a kissing scene, I'm really nervous and I'm really giddy and like weird. And so I'm like, don't do it. Like, and he just like went in and like gave me like a giant smooch. I was like, oh, okay. And I told Dave, I was like, my co-star kissed me today. And he's like, okay. Then just like, what are we having for dinner?
Unbothered. I love it. And speaking of dinner, Bert Kreischester's back from filming his movie, The Machines. And I think it's about automation or like the Industrial Revolution or something like that. But he's back and he had a kissing scene. And here's him talking about that.
I gotta fucking plan a kiss with someone. So I go up to Stephanie. I'm like, yo, so this is gonna like happen? She was like, yeah, it's acting. Trust me, it's fine. I was like, it's acting for you.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
I'm gonna come in my pants.
Dude, I got so carried away with it that like not like everything acting is fucking normal, right? Yeah. Everything acting is normal. But I just got so comfortable, Leanne's there, that we did a pickup scene and I wasn't even in the right costume. And I wasn't on camera, and I kissed her off camera. We were sitting behind camera. And I just like, and everyone was like, you're not on camera. And I was like, huh? Like, I got so comfortable with it. Leanne's like, what the fuck are you doing? And I was like, is this on? Wait, what's going on? What's going on?
Wait, be honest. Did you get hard?
No, I definitely had to do a costume change, but no. I definitely guarded myself, but no.
Oh, man. Couple boys having fun. Glad to see these dudes get back together. And speaking of kissing scenes, there was a live audience that got to witness the first Scissor Bros kissing scene on episode 19. Let's see what that's all about.
Would you all like to see us do a Human Centipede one day?
Dude, that's effective communication right there.
Would you all like to see us do a Human Centipede one day?
That guy literally goes, next challenge?
It's the Asian guy.
Are we doing
this? The other Asian guy agreed with me. He's the only guy.
It's nice.
Everyone else, hands down, the one other Asian guy went like this. That was crazy, dude.
Brother.
Just the one Asian guy went like this, like it was a football game. Yeah, like go. Yes, Steve, we would love that. Please, Steve. Lord, yeah, do it again.
Brother.
Butt to butt.
Butt to butt. Butt to butt. Butt to butt. Butt to butt.
Oh, I thought it was a call out. I thought you guys want to see it right now. You want to see it butt to butt right now?
Keep going.
can't look in his direction.
Dude, his butt.
Dude.
Your butt is so warm. All right.
Hey, and that was Joel Jimenez from downtown. That was cool to see him pop in the episode. He brought some donuts for the boys, and this whole episode was dope. They eat a spider too, and those jerseys. Come on. Oh, and you know we can't talk about butts without revisiting this classic LD or JB Smoove bit from Curb.
And that's
You don't go back and forth. You pick your lane and
you
stick
either
with
argue against them or with them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
When you guys are on the same, when you guys are arguing together, it's almost hilarious. You're almost arguing, but you're arguing the same positive point, you know, or you're yelling about the same positive point. Like when you talked about one of the funniest things always to me, and we don't have to talk about Curb the whole time, but when you said get in that ass, eat Snickers, throw garbage, eat Snickers, throw garbage. When you said you got to get in that ass.
You get in that ass, Larry. You know what I mean? You get in that ass, Larry. That's what the fuck you do. What are you talking about?
And he got excited about getting in that ass. It was maybe one of the funniest back and forths I've ever seen because the rhythm was perfect. Like you gave him the confidence. You slowly watched him build it. He received it. You kept pumping him up. He understood it. You pumped him up. Then he got into it. And then he started to go.
Open it up. Step in the asshole.
Spray paint, Larry was here. Leave garbage, Snickers, eat Snickers, leave garbage.
Spit.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a mess. You're like, make a fucking mess.
Fucking mess. Fuck his whole asshole up.
Yeah. That was so brilliant because it was so funny to watch you guys get on that same line together.
And what makes it even work more is because the show is improvised, Larry didn't know what the fuck getting that ass was.
He doesn't know what that term means.
Hell no.
No, I know.
The first take, he was like, I could look at his face. He was like, his eyes, his nod in the head.
Right.
He didn't know what it was.
You can feel that. It's almost you can feel it that when you said you got to get in that ass, and he was like, get in the ass. He was asking you.
Asking.
What is that? Is that what I do? Do I want to do that?
Exactly. It's like it's like selling the Brooklyn Bridge.
And you know, we used to have a kid used to live under the Brooklyn Bridge. He used to sell hot popsicles, and he died in an embankment fire. And that's my Theo Von impression. And here he is talking about exotic meats.
Have you had it, Riley Mal, bologna meat?
I have.
And what was your experience with it? Like, how would you describe it?
It's more like a type of ham, I would say.
Okay. You look that up for us. Tell us a little bit more about it if you can. Man, I remember we had it and we had just American cheese on these buns and some type of condiment on there. Could have been mayonnaise, could have been white mustard. I think they came out briefly with a white mustard that never took off. Because I think people were squirting it on each other and saying it was, ejac or semen or whatever. You know how kids will be. But
ejaculate.
Anyway, what do you got, Riley? Any intel on it?
Yeah, it's a meat batter. So beef, pork, turkey, chicken, or all of the above.
Damn. So that's a damn Charlotte's Web gangbang right there. You know what I'm saying, baby? That's everything. I mean, that's really just like taking a damn farm and putting it in a blender and then pouring it right into your body or into your buddy's body. But anyway, that was the first time that ever traveled.
Yo, that's a heavy punchline right there. And I always feel like Theo maybe writes like a battle rapper, where he'll come up with the punchline first, Charlotte's Web gangbang, and then, we'll figure out the way to get there some other time. I think that's super dope. And, he talks about being a traveling man in this episode. You know who else is a globetrotter himself, or used to be? Our buddy Stevie Weeby. Traveled the globe with Mongchi, David Cho. And here he is talking about some of his experiences in the Philippines on King and the Sting 133.
I'll just get a massage.
So she came up to your room.
Yeah.
And
then,
what happened?
Well, I noticed that the lighting exposed a little bit of makeup deterioration.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Adam's apple.
Yeah, Adam's apple.
And then
the voice.
Hi, I'm Clarice.
Yeah, the voice was a little bit
But did she come in like all cute, like, oh my God, this place is so cute and stuff? Troy, like, God damn it!
Yeah.
Voice was a little deeper than I thought.
Really?
Wait, hold on though.
Hold on, we have to go. We have to back
No,
up.
we
here.
don't have to get into detail,
So
my
wait,
friend.
Steve,
I'm getting-
when
you're
she
getting your
walked,
summary, my
when
friend.
she walked in, you already saw the Adam's apple and the deterioration, as you said. And
No,
at that
that
point,
was-
that didn't stop you from going forward. So go on from there. So you saw the Adam's apple and the makeup, and you were like,
I'm here. You were kind of like,
I
I'm
hate
here.
the way you're wording all this. I'm just first off, I hate the your condescending tone and everything. The way you're wording. Yeah.
I just want to know at
It
that
was a
point.
progressive thing.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, get a massage. But what ended up happening was, I just said, you know what? This person's here. I could use a massage. Because
Sure.
we're doing like 4 music videos.
You're tense.
Yeah, we're doing like 16-hour shoot dates or whatever.
Yeah, you're bundled up.
And doing this.
Okay, butt naked.
Wait, hold up. He or she had some great oils, by the way.
Sure.
and
The
lotions.
massage was great,
So
regardless.
I'm doing this.
Asshole up in the
I'm
air.
very comfortable. It was a great massage.
Uh-huh.
It was a great massage. And so I just noticed I was just doing this. and I'm
Sure,
like,
you're relaxed.
yeah, I'm relaxed. I'm having a very good, like deep tissue massage on my shoulder blade.
And you're in the Philippines.
Okay.
Nobody's
don't
around.
That one.
Yeah.
And then I just said something in my brain kind of like flipped.
Sure.
So I'm doing this and I just go,
Suck me off.
I just go, hey, can you just finish me off?
So polite.
Like a Hello Kitty cartoon. You know what I mean?
So
Do you mind just finishing?
So I think a man
How could he or she say no to that, dude? So then what kind of finish off was it?
It was a damn good blowjob. It's pretty good.
Love to see it. Nothing to be ashamed about there. And I love the honesty. I love the fearlessness. And the world is shifting. A lot of times comedians might hide that sort of stuff, or comics might hide that sort of stuff. But like you said, it's a progressive move, and we support you. And here's Felipe Esparza talking about the shifting of kind of culture and comedy and all that stuff.
Sometimes, bro, when I see comedians, bro, that I started off with, and they changed like over the years, and they're more political now, but like hardcore political. Or whether they're for the right, some are far right, and some of them are far so far left that you're like, wait a minute, man, how did this person go from believing what I believe in to just believing into something else, and totally becoming a whole person?
It's mind blowing, homie.
Mind blowing, bro.
Like personal homies that I have, I'm like, what? You believe that?
Like I'm like, bro, crazy. I would never say that I grew up in an abandoned fucking tire shop, bro.
Fuck on me.
Born with depression.
For real, bro. There's a thing now. Like I would never say stuff like I would never learn a new word and then apply it for my life. Cause see, I grew up in my house. I grew up. Half of us were here illegally. The other weren't.
Right. Yeah.
But there were no labels for that. But now I know comics that grew up like that now. Yeah, I know what it's like to be raised in a mixed. What they call mixed family. Mixed status. Yeah,
okay,
bro. I know comedians right now who are calling
I didn't mean beaners.
I know comics who are calling themselves that right now because that's the new word now. I know what it's like to grow up in a mixed status family. No, I'm sorry, man, but I just trip out that it's sad that they have to go that way, trying to go for the sympathy route. Like this, I feel sorry, Like the whole point I'm trying to say is that we all started off just trying to be funny, man. That's it.
Yeah.
I never got lost. I'm glad I never got lost. Now, people were telling me, Felipe, you should use your voice for the children who are in cages.
Exactly.
Bro, I'm sorry, bro. When you start coming to my shows and my shows start being packed, I'm going to start doing that. But right now, bro, I need adults in my shows.
There you go. It's Felipe Esparza talking about how the culture is shifting. And I think one of the dudes that kind of embodies what he's talking about is just trying to be funny, and making light of every situation is Mark Norman. And I don't know how these two worlds collided or whatever, but he was on Geto Boys Reloaded. So that was a legendary encounter. They kind of chopped up the interview, so there's like a bunch of clips, and I think they finally dropped the whole episode. It's dope. You could tell that there was, sparks flying, and Mark wasn't pulling any punches as usual. You know, we would never expect them to. But you know, Geto Boys were receptive to it. Willie D and Scarface were cool, and you know, I know that they're into comedy and everything, so it's dope that they linked up, and here he is talking about you know, taking risks.
I get it. I'm a comedy connoisseur. I love comedy, so it's a hell of a joke.
Thank you.
I'm saying, like, I think that it's risky, right?
Sure.
'Cause some people are here and like, hey, wait a minute, goddamn it, you went too far. You know, like this shit is serious.
No, I ain't too far in comedy.
You know,
that's how I feel.
You don't think so?
No.
I think it is.
I think that when you
it's timing.
I don't
Timing
know, Willie.
too.
Excuse me, because you can't really crack jokes about the LGBTQ community.
I got those too.
You got them?
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, we want to be equal or not? If you're equal, then I'm going to make fun of you. It's actually the lesser than that you don't, you know, when you had the special needs kid in your gym class, we all fuck with each other, but you go, I don't fuck with that kid. And that's the ultimate insult. So I think making fun of every group is the true even level playing field.
Have you ever said retarded on stage before?
I got a whole 10 minutes on retarded.
Dude, this is not good.
I know, but the crowd's laughing.
You can't say that shit, bro.
And again, I don't hate retarded people. What kind of psycho would actually hate retarded people? I'm just joking. I mean, no one's ever gone, hey, I don't want any retards in my neighborhood, you know? I'd love a retarded kid in my neighborhood. That'd be great. They're so happy. And they can, you know, they're very strong. They can lift a car.
Yeah. Mark Norman doing what Mark Norman does, making people laugh. So yeah, that's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? Is making light of even the most terrible situations, I guess. Then again, I'm not a comedian, and I don't know what, you know, other comics might not feel the same way. If you are one and you have an opinion about that, you know, feel free to comment. I'd love to hear what you think. You know, I've heard a lot of talk about the whole like punching up, punching down, and you know, who are we to judge who's above us or below us and that sort of thing, which is interesting. But I think overall, you know, I'm going to leave you guys with this last clip, JB Smoove, and he kind of just sums it all up for us that, you know, we don't have too much time on this earth with each other. So, and also nobody knows what we're doing here. So take comfort in that. And I know I do. But I appreciate you guys watching. If you liked anything, like, subscribe, and we'll keep doing this. You know, we'll be back next week with number 9.
Man, because it's just too short. You don't have enough time to be fucking around.
Right.
You don't have enough time to be fucking stuck on stupid. You don't.
Yeah.
You really don't.
That's true.
You read the paper every fucking day, some shit happens to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Whether it's early in their life or whether it's late in their life, something gonna fucking happen.
Mm-hmm.
But you fucking around, sit there dwelling on that shit, you will never achieve what you want to achieve or get your shit started. Some people never get it started. It's one thing to try it and it don't work, but to never get it started, that's the shit you look back on. Oh, woulda, coulda, shouldas.